This is a video I've been hesitant to make for quite a while because I was worried about any backlash that it might cause, but I thought it really necessary that you know the truth about Magento Cloud. I've been a Magento developer for about a decade now, and I've been consulting for many years, and a few years back I came across a project that I inherited that used Magento Cloud. I got pretty familiar with all of its intricacies and everything involved, and it was a really eye-opener for me to find out how it actually worked and all of the nuances that were involved in managing a Magento Cloud site. If you don't know, Magento Cloud is obviously a cloud-based offering, and it's built on a platform called platform.sh, which runs AWS in the background, which is Amazon Web Services. That platform is catered specifically to scalable apps. So when you deploy on platform.sh, you pretty much know it's already scalable out of the box based on how it's set up and how sites are deployed on the platform. The foundations of Magento Cloud are pretty solid, but it really doesn't live up to the expectations, and it doesn't deliver on what it promises and what you would expect from a hosting solution. So how does someone actually create an account on Magento Cloud? And how does someone get set up to get their Magento site installed and hosted on Magento Cloud? Well, it has a lot to do with their partner program offering and with commerce licensing. Over the years, there's been a lot of issues with the partnership program. Specifically, it's been a pay-to-play system where you pay a fee to Magento and then they start sending you leads. So these referrals come in from Magento or Adobe now and get sent to you, and then you work the deal and you sell the offerings of Magento to your client. This means anywhere from a commerce license to Magento Cloud hosting and other offerings. So when you sell a Magento Commerce license, which is Magento's enterprise offering, they basically give you a license away for free or almost free for Magento Cloud. I'm not sure if a lot of clients know this, but Magento Commerce licensing, including Magento Cloud, can be negotiated, so your rates can change on a client-by-client basis. So this could make the offering more affordable or less affordable depending on what you're looking to get out of the system. When these Magento Commerce licenses are negotiated, Magento Cloud is usually included into it as a negotiation tactic, and it can make the hosting seem really affordable up front, but it could actually wind up costing you a lot more in the long run. Note that these are really long contracts. They're typically 3 years, and there's no opt-out clause. You have to pay the remainder of your contract to get out of it. When you initially look at Magento Cloud and what it has to offer, it looks like the absolute ideal solution. It's by Magento, for Magento, and it's serviced by Magento customer service. So it looks like you're getting an all-in-one package that's just meant for your store. But while it's marketed as that, the actual experience is actually completely different. Well, what's bad about it? Let me start with the customer service. Turnaround times are typically days or weeks, and tickets can sit in their queue and system without even receiving a response for a long period of time. When you compare that with other hosting offerings that get back to you in 5 or 10 minutes, it's not even comparable. I've heard of specific clients actually needing to copy their account managers on issues so they actually get resolved in a timely manner. Otherwise, they go unnoticed for days and weeks. Tickets will just sit without a response for a long period of time. And once you actually do hear back, a lot of the times they don't even resolve your issues. They refer you to documentation either in the dev docs or require a whole manual set of instructions to actually fix the issue, rather than them going ahead and taking care of it for you. This makes it a completely unmanaged, self-managed solution. So it's not a managed service platform at all like you're used to with other hosting providers. Personally, I've had experiences where I've reached out on tickets and haven't heard a response for days, and I'd actually had to reach out to a customer support rep on Twitter to actually get it noticed and get it resolved. Don't get me wrong, there are awesome employees on Magento's staff that actually care about this platform, but they're really few and far between. Let's talk a little about the platform itself. It requires a very specific knowledge of Magento Cloud. Since this isn't a managed solution, you need to really know what you're doing to be able to resolve a lot of the tickets on your own. When these merchants are actually signing up with Magento Cloud, I don't think they're aware of this issue. They're not aware that their developers or whoever they have working on their site is going to be turned into a DevOps team for managing their site rather than focusing on development work. If I had to look at my specific experience, I'd actually think I'm pretty incapable of running a Magento Cloud site, even though I have a lot of DevOps experience and I've created and managed the most popular development environment for Magento 2. The different branches and environments available in Magento Cloud look really great, where you can spawn off multiple integration environments for each of your GitHub branches, but in actuality, they're very useless because they're severely underpowered compared to the staging and production branches. I've heard even support recommends just using them for test automation. Really, everyone just disables these integration environments, which makes it really sad. What could be a really awesome feature needs to be disabled so it doesn't tie up build processes in Magento Cloud. Builds can take forever to run, especially in the integration environments, and they can't be run concurrently, which means you can't have two builds running at once. You also can't even kill off a deploy once it starts, which means you have to file a support ticket into Magento support, and we all know how that works. There's also a lot of other reasons why you probably don't want to run on Magento Cloud, but those are really the main aspects and the main pain points of this system. So we talked about the bad, and what's good about it? Well, the Git integration is pretty great with GitHub and Bitbucket. I think it works quite well. I know a lot of others don't really like the integration, but I actually think it works quite well. Magento Cloud follows a lot of the 12-factor app principles, which means your Magento instance can scale pretty seamlessly, even though Magento Cloud doesn't have auto-scaling support. The speed and uptime are pretty great. It has Fastly CDN support built in, and overall, the Magento Cloud will offer very good performance on your site if there's not a stuck deployment or a issue on prod. As mentioned before, some customer support team members are really fantastic. They're very knowledgeable about their platform, but they just need more team members that actually care about you as a client. So what do partners actually think of Magento Cloud? Well, they think the same things I do. They just can't say them because they risk getting blacklisted by the Magento lead and referral team. When important leads come in, your funnel really dries out, and to risk that, you're risking the entire survival of your business. Note that I'm not a partner, I'm an independent consultant. I can say whatever I want, and I don't belong to any company that is tied to Magento Cloud, so my opinions are completely unbiased. I'm also not selling any other alternative or promoting any other service at this time, so I have no ulterior motives here. Just note that if a partner said anything remotely close to whatever I'm saying here, they would be eternally blacklisted. What's the long-term outlook for Magento Cloud? Well, most of these clients have signed long 3-term contracts, and a lot of them have been experiencing the same issues I've been experiencing, so I would forecast a mass exodus of clients coming from Magento Cloud going to other hosting platforms. So if you're a Magento hosting provider or partner, I'd be prepared for a mass uptick in service once these Magento Cloud contracts expire. To sum all of this up, I love Magento, but I hate Magento Cloud. There are much better options elsewhere, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone on any project whatsoever. If you like this video, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to get notified anytime I put out new Magento content. Do you want to learn more about Magento programming? Well, I created a series of snippets I email out every Tuesday and Friday, and each snippet teaches you a specific concept. Each snippet contains a lot of inline comments that explain what's going on in each part of code, which makes it very easy and simple to understand that concept. If you want to get Magento snippets delivered right to you, go to m.academy and sign up with your email address at the top of the site. And as always, keep coding.